Hey guys, so I'm back with another Alchemy Stars video. So we have a new event out. We have new banners as well. I do want to go over the event really quickly. So it's a standard event. We have a shop where you can purchase things out of. We also have a character. We have the story stages, which are just the traditional stages. And then we have the hard mode stages. And then there's a third part that opens up in 5 days. So for the shop, it's a typical shop. We do have a character this time. We have the Soul Amber in order to limit break her. And we have the Star Crest, along with some summons, furniture, and then ascension materials, level up materials, all of that. And of course, it's really good to clear out the shop. You're going to need 52,000 of the event currency in order to clear out the shop, which isn't too hard at all. You actually get a good amount of the event currency from the daily login, day 1, day 3, day 5, and day 7. And you also get a bunch of the event currency from completing the event story stages. So this will give you about 7,000, and then the login gives you 4,000. So that cuts down a good chunk of the event currency that you need in order to buy out the shop. So it basically leaves you with 41,100 event currency that you need in order to clear out the shop. And as usual, you just need to complete story stages or resource stages. They actually give you quite a bit. It's 6 times the amount of stamina that you're using. So you actually get a lot from running these stages just once. You should be able to get more than enough stamina in order to complete this, as long as you use up your stamina every day, and of course, collect your stamina from the Colossus. The event is 18 days, so you definitely get enough, especially with them making the event currency be 6 times the amount of stamina that you're using. So in terms of shop priority, of course, you should always pick up the character. It's always nice to have those options available to you just in case they add something in later on where you need more characters, or if you're new, it's always good to pick up as many characters as you can. The Star Crest is also really important. You need these in order to limit break your legendary Aurorians. These are rare, so you always want to pick these up from the event. The legendary Aurorians require more than just one. So the first couple are 1, the next ones are 2, 3. So you actually need quite a bit of these Star Crests in order to limit break your legendary Aurorians. So it's really important that you pick up these Star Crests whenever they run these kinds of events. Of course, I do suggest, obviously, picking up the special Star Flare. You can use as many summons as you can get at this point. And then there's furniture, which it's up to you whether you want that or not. And then there's the ascension boxes and all of that, which are all great to get if you want to level up your units, especially if the event is hard for you. You may want these in order to power up whatever characters you want to use. My recommendation is usually to focus on all of the stuff on the left side of the shop. So all of this limited stuff that you can only get during this event and can't get at any other point. Whereas these ascension boxes and the Nidium and all of that, you can always grind this out in the resource stages. But these are nice to pick up just so that you have them, so you can power up any new unit you get or anything like that. But I would focus on getting the limited stuff because, now is the time when they run the event that you can get these and they'll go away, and you don't know when you're going to be able to pick these up at another point. In terms of the story stages, they're broken up into the easier stages and then the harder stages. So the regular event story are the easier stages. The hardest one is Ascension 2 level 20. This is very doable for everyone, including new players. You should be able to do all of these. And you get 1,350 lumamber from doing this, and a bunch of event currency that helps you buy stuff out of that shop. In this area, we also have the Aurorian Trial. Make sure you do this. This is an extra 150 lumamber. And if you're thinking about whether or not you want to summon for these characters, it's always good to test them out and see if you like how they function. And then you can use that to decide whether or not you really want to summon for these units or not. Now, the Banquet's End are the harder stages, and it's broken up into 2. There's these stages which are harder, and then these are like the extreme level of difficulty. As you can see, this first set of hard stages, you need Ascension 3 level 1, And it goes all the way up to Ascension 3 level 30. So your Aurorians really need to be leveled quite a bit in order to do this. It's also very heavy on needing a forest team. A lot of these stages are lightning oriented, but you could always use some kind of neutral team. And then these pain stages are even harder. So this is like the extreme level difficulty of it. It starts at Ascension 3 level 40 and goes all the way to Ascension 3 level 80. These harder stages aren't really new player friendly at all. You could probably get some of your characters to Ascension 3 level 1. If for some reason, you don't have the appropriate teams for this or your characters aren't leveled up, these stages are going to be incredibly difficult. You may be able to get through some of the Sorrow stages, but it's probably unlikely that you're going to be able to get through these harder stages where you need Ascension 3 level 40. And in particular, these Ascension 3 level 80 ones. Luckily, the amount of rewards that you're getting from this, you only get 50 per stage here. So if you can't do this, it's not that much of a loss. Each one of these give you 250 lumamber, a special star flare, and a piece of furniture. So if you can't do any of these, you'll be missing out on approximately 4 summons. Which, 4 summons is great and all, but if you can do some of these, you could pick up some of the lumamber. Each of them are 50. This last stage is where you get the star flare and the furniture, and the same on this one. So these harder stages, just try to do as much as you can. Also keep in mind, this is an 18-day event, so you have time to level up your units. So even if you aren't Ascension 3 level 1 yet, or wherever you are, if you just have level 20 or 30 or 40 or whatever, you still have time to level up your units to try to get as many of these stages completed as possible in that 18-day period. You don't have to complete it today. You still have the rest of this event period to try to get as much of these rewards as possible. So just try your best with that. Of course, we have the daily login, as I mentioned before, and in addition to event currency, you're going to get lumamber from here, recharger packs, nidium, all of that stuff. So make sure you log in every day and pick these up. There's also the special event book as usual, and all of these event quests will give you the points that you need in order to level up your special event book. So this is purchasing stuff out of the shop, and then you get points for completing the stages. And of course, there's new banners as well. There's 2 this time. I'm not going to be summoning on these at all. The anniversary for this game is only a month away now. So if you haven't been saving, you're probably in trouble if they put a limited banner out for the anniversary, because there's just not enough time to save currency for a special banner like that. And the limited banners are different than these banners, these new character recruitment banners, because anything that you do on these do not carry over to limited banners. In addition, any summons you do on limited banners just get lost. You also have to keep in mind, you can get off-banner units, including on that limited banner, which Bethlehem's banner was a limited banner like that, and she should be put into the summoning pool at the anniversary as well, so that's something to look forward to. The characters put on limited banners do come back eventually. It's just you have to wait 6 months for them to be put in the summoning pool. So you're going to have to decide whether or not you're just going to summon on these banners and not care about a limited banner, or save for something like that. Anything you do on these banners do not carry over to a limited banner. So if you're summoning on these banners, it will not carry over to a limited banner. This is the point I was trying to make in my last video on the previous banners, and why I was saying that you should really save if you're interested in a limited hero that they'll likely run for the anniversary of this game. That's why I recommended saving and skipping a lot of these banners, which, it kind of makes it boring when you have to skip all of these banners. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of boring not summoning, but I'm trying to have enough currency to be able to pity the unit if they make me go to 3 6-stars, which did happen to me when I was summoning for Bethlehem. So I think you should always be prepared for the worst going into any banner like that, because you don't want to waste summons. Any summons you do on those limited banners do not carry over at all. They just get lost. They won't even carry over to the next limited banner. So just keep that in mind. I know it's confusing in this game because they have so many different types of banners going on, and then you're not sure what gets saved, what counts towards what. I try to inform you as much as I can so that you can make the best decisions for yourself. Ultimately, how you choose to use your summon currency is all on you. I'm not going to go into whether or not these banners are worth summoning on or not. I personally will not be summoning on these banners because I'm trying to save enough to go 3 times to a 6-star if they put a limited banner out. So I want to make sure I have enough currency to be able to do that. And right now I put myself in a very good position because I can get more lumamber out of this event. And then there's going to be another event after this one as well, which will give me what I need. I'm very close now. So between that and all of the other lumamber that I'll be able to get between now and the anniversary, it should give me enough to get to 150, which means I have to hope that I get the 6-star around the 50 to be able to pity the unit, but we'll see what happens. Ultimately, you're going to have to decide whether you care or not. You know, some people don't care. They just like summoning and trying for characters, and they don't care if they lose summons. They don't care about any of that. Ultimately, that's entirely up to you how you want to play this game. The main point is to have fun with it. I'm personally just saving my currency for whatever the anniversary is going to bring. So this event isn't too bad in terms of the regular stages and being able to buy out the shop. However, these Banquet end stages, they're not really new player friendly at all. You may be able to complete some of them. You may be able to work through these Soros stages and pick up as much of this as you want. These harder ones, the pain stages, may pose to be quite difficult for you if you can't get enough currency or you don't have the elements that you need built or any of that. But just try to do the best that you can and get as much out of this as possible. And then we'll see what the riddles and rhymes stages are. You'll be able to get more lumamber and stuff out of this. So don't feel too bad if you miss out on some stuff in this Banquet ends stages, because this really was geared towards players who have been playing for a while, for a long time, and not so much new players at all. You know, now you have 17 days to try to build up your characters as much as possible and see if you can get as much out of here as you can. So yeah, you know, we're not too long away from the anniversary, so that's something to look forward to. That's going to be it for this one, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.